macro. Stay on top of your macro. He's clicking them, but he's not spitting with them. Sort of a weird setup here with the two queens on 3 and 4 for our Zerg buddy here, and this queen is not hotkeyed at all. I'd like to see that a little bit different, a bit of an engagement coming out here from these mutas. They are gonna not be able to actually take on this army head on, but they're gonna be able to harass probes, and I really actually like this kind of play. He does have a decent ground army in case MouzMana gets anxious and just sort of pushes out before he has his giant ball. It looks like that's what he's going to be doing actually. And oh man, those mutas not paying attention to those mutas. Excuse me. Not paying as much attention as he should to those mutas. And now we see a Nidus network going down as well as another hatchery. I really like this play. If he does, basically Darkforce knows that he can't take on this army head on. And oh, these get the Colossus, they're out on the open. Don't put your Colossus out there when you're going to attack mutas. They can't actually shoot up. That would look ridiculous if they could shoot up. Imagine a Colossus standing on his head and shooting up at the sky. That is so ridiculous. Also, where would the laser ever end? It's like yeah, it's ridiculous actually. But anyway, back to what I was saying before. He's probably going to use this Nidus network actually to, he's using this Nidus network to actually expand to the islands, which I think is a beautiful strategy. Like I was saying, he can't actually engage the army of MouzMana head on, but if he goes for a base trade and he has islands, that's actually ridiculous. Also, that sound is going to just scare Mana half to death, and a little bit of a just indecisiveness from these mutas right here, and losing a lot of them because of that. You have to be so decisive with Zerg, especially because your units are so quick, and tiny things can just have them killed off so quickly. And more mutas coming in right now, so I love this play from Darkforce. He has, of course, right now 8 geysers, out of which he's mining, not even mining from these minerals here. And he is, wow, he's actually taking the other, using this Mutalisk to spot. I love that singular baller Mutalisk to spot, and one single drone. So we see him expanding to both islands, taking these both very far positions. And if it comes to any sort of base trade, he is going to be way ahead in every way, shape, and form. Psionic Storm is being research right now. That is a very good answer to the Mutalisk, as well as Blink, and it looks like if Darkforce isn't very careful, he's just gonna lose all of these Mutalisks to some nice Blink micro from Mana, as well as if he gets some storms off, that is going to be actually so huge. Let's take a look at the income tabs right now. 60 drones to the 53 harvesters of MouzMana, and let's actually take a look. Let's take a look at a big storm coming down, hitting a lot of those Mutalisks. That is not something that you want to have happen to your Mutalisks. You're going to want to not bunch them up like that. Oh my gosh, but they are pretty decently fast. They do take a ton of damage though if they actually get hit. He's going to want to spread those Mutalisks out. Basically, he's going to want to magic box them, but even to a ridiculous extent, and actually splitting them up. And those Archons are being morphed in, losing a ton of Mutalisks right now though. But in the meantime, he took out so many probes, down to 38 probes is MouzMana, and Darkforce going to be able to run out of there. Another Blink probably going to come out. Yep, he loses a couple more mutas, but he is able to escape with enough of them to make that worth it, and probably going to be a little bit of a counterattack on this gold base right now. Oh, a beautiful storm on killing basically every single one of those Zerglings. Couple of mutas and roaches are left over. Are they going to be able to take out this base? It doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Maybe if they target it down, they're going to be out. No, it looks like they're not going to be able to. But meanwhile, the Mutalisk coming back in to the main base and taking out even more and more probes, down to 38 probes. These Mutalisks converging beautifully on this worker line right here. Stalkers blinking down. He probably could have taken on that many Stalkers actually. If he had tried, Zergling's going to come in, maybe do some sort of counterattack. No more Zerglings, just being more. Oh man, these Mutalisks are very close to danger. He needs to take a little bit more care of his Mutalisks because that is so much gas. But look at the harvester count. 10 harvesters only for Darkforce, and now he's manning up a little bit, taking a little bit of an engagement there. But he has just bases all over the map and a ton of gas coming in right now, able to make so many Mutalisks. These Zerglings probably going to run to their death if they're not very careful. No, it looks like they're just going to counterattack and be able to take out these buildings very, very quickly. Meanwhile, the Mutalisks in the base taking out some Stalkers, taking out basically everything. A couple of Archons probably going to be able to take out those Zerglings, honestly. They do very, very well against Zerglings. And MouzMana trying to counterattack a little bit, splitting up his army just a little bit. Stalkers, Sentries, Immortals, and Colossi in one group, and Zealots in the other. But it looks like Darkforce is going to be able to take this game. A little bit of a banter there between them. Mana saying that this is so imba, even though he's the one that, you know, he just sat back and let Darkforce do basically what he wanted to. So now, if we take a look at the unit counting station, 26 mutas out for Darkforce right now, as well as 22 Zerglings, and he just has more and more income coming in. But apparently the replay is done. I don't think it's actually done, but apparently it's done. So I'm pretty sure that Darkforce would be able to take this game if this actually played out, as he just has these extra bases. He's re-getting his spawning pool, getting his spire. This base is actually pretty well saturated, so he's going to be able to just win that battle just by the nature of MouzMana not having really anything that he can do. He has 2 probes somewhere, but there was a Nidus Worm coming down here. I'm not sure why. Oh, probably so that these guys could get away. I'm not entirely sure, but a beautiful, beautiful strategy coming out from Darkforce there. So just never wanting really to engage the giant, scary Protoss army. That's a very good way to play, and I recommend it highly for all you Zerg players. Maybe fiddle around with this sort of strategy. Anyway, I am babbling on for way too long after this replay. Thank you guys so much for watching. My channel is over at youtube.com/Firexfredtv. Thanks again.